G'day fellow moto vloggers. Pendant van sa moki da sa azuki bandit on this Friday afternoon. Very mild, cool to mild, overcast, no rain. Very strange for this time of year. As you all know, we've had heat waves and all sorts of garbage here. And in the past, well, probably a couple of weeks now, don't you fucking go, fucking old cunt. Excuse the language. You always watch their wheels, and if they start moving, you be a little bit wary. So that dude was thinking about going. Anyway, yeah, we've had some very strange weather. Heat waves, and now it's been quite cool to mild. For this time of year, it's normally still pretty warm. This could mean that February could be a hot one. It traditionally is a hot one. We have to wait and see, of course. The fires, I think, are being contained. I believe a plane went down fighting the fires from America or Canada, I'm not sure which, but that was a very sad situation, and they come over here to help, and well, they lose their life. Why did the plane go down? Poor maintenance? Who knows? It's a wonder, talking about that the jets here haven't gone down, because the maintenance isn't done here, it's done overseas now. And yeah, well, let's hope it doesn't happen, but if they're cutting costs with maintenance, that's what happens. I'm not saying that is what happened to that plane, but let's hope it wasn't. So yeah, the weather has been a bit fickle, but hey, I'm not complaining. Yeah, well, we're getting near the end of January, which is near the beginning of February, and that means it's the start of all the reality shows. Don't you just love them? They're all full of shit on those shows, honestly. It's all scripted. And you got to have your good, your bad and the ugly on the shows to make it interesting for the viewers. So you got like all those other stupid programs too, like The Voice and Australia's Got Talent and all this sort of garbage that's coming up. And of course they've resurrected an old one that's even more shitty than the rest, and that's Big Brother. Apparently that's coming back. I think it's on a different network, but it's coming back. If that's not the most boring bloody show I've ever watched once and never watched again, I don't know what is. But you got all your cooking shows which are unrealistic. Most people, for one, couldn't cook like that, and for two, they couldn't afford to cook that sort of stuff. So yes, not much on telly soon, folks, here in Australia. February is the start of the ratings, and all the shows come back on, all the soap operas and all that sort of crap. Not that it's much better now, but well, it's just not worth it anymore. The telly is rubbish with the reality shows. I was thinking about doing a like a video on how to change the oil and filter on Smokey here, but I was going to film it, but I think there's so many out there that probably be boring to most people, so I'm not going to film this one. I'll see what the reaction from you guys are, and in 6 months time I'll film that one. A little bit hard when you're doing all the camera work yourself. It's an easy thing to do on the bike. This morning I checked the coolant level in the overflow bottle, and that was about 200 mils down at the most, so that's no big deal. I checked the oil or the fluid levels in the clutch and brake reservoirs, which wasn't that long ago that I actually changed out the fluid, so they're okay. And checked the chain. That's fine, that doesn't need adjusting. Since I've had the bike, it's the chain has done extremely well. I've done, when did I get it, 22 something, so around about 4,500 to 5,000 kilometres I've done, and I've hardly had to adjust the chain at all, so it must have been a fairly good chain on the bike when I bought it in August last year. So I've been a bit lucky there, but I do have an X-ring sitting at home waiting to be installed when necessary, and 2 sprockets, the front and the back, when necessary. But at the moment it's not necessary. Tyres are okay, they're fine. The brake pads are okay, the back ones. I was watching Graham Calvert this morning, and he had to take his bike, Tetley, to the MOT, which they got to do every year if it's 3 years or older, to be inspected to see that it's roadworthy and safe. Now, little did he know that it didn't pass because the back brake pads were low, and well, that can actually creep up on you, because it creeped up on me once as well, where on Ruby I had no brakes at all on the back, and I couldn't understand why. And when I had a look, the pads were metal to metal with the rotor, and it scarred the rotor, so I had to change that as well. But since then I've learned my lesson, and I check them a lot more regularly, because I have to admit I do use the back brakes a lot. That's just the way I ride. Some people do, some people don't. It's up to the individual, I suppose. So I just thought I'd do a little vlog today to let you know I'm still around and watching other people's videos, enjoying other people's videos, and so on and so forth. So we're blessed with very cool weather, so it's good riding weather. It's not a sweat fest, which is great. I haven't got my back camera on today. I still haven't made my mind up myself whether I enjoy doing it with the back camera on as well. But anyway, I'll probably, next one I'll probably have it on there, who knows. But we're in for a long weekend this weekend, so it's Australia Day. So if you're travelling, be very, very safe. Be wary that the police will be out in force looking for speeders, drunk and drugged drivers. They'll never get me on that because, well, I don't drink and I don't take drugs, so I don't have to worry about that. And I've got to just be careful with the speed, which I try to be all the time. So Bandit now on some Mulkey, the Suzuki Bandit, bidding you all very, 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 very safe riding, and until next time, cheers for now.